Good evening, everyone, and welcome on behalf of RNE Financial and the ownership of the entity. We want to welcome you to our online virtual auction here this evening. We're coming to you from our offices in New Harmony on Main Street. It's important to note that the bidding will continue whether this live stream does or not. You follow along on the bidding application, and it will guide you as we close out this auction. We just wanted to come to you live at this point to talk to you more about this farm. We think it's a great buying opportunity in Warrick County here this evening. Of course, 39 acres, of which mostly all is tillable on a corner with frontage along 2 state highways just a few miles east of Boonville. Folks, a great buying opportunity here this evening. We're going to be offering it, of course, in 5 tracks and combinations in the entirety on the bidding application. And we'll be showing you how the bidding plays out here this evening. We'll talk a little bit more about the farm here in just a second. But some of the points of interest in purchasing the real estate, of course, is possession. As we've advertised, folks, you will receive possession to the farm at closing with farming rights for 2023. The real estate taxes will be the responsibility of the buyer beginning May 2023 and all those thereafter. Currently, the taxes on all 5 tracks are approximately $400 annually, or about $10 per acre. For the 22 payments. So you would be assuming those payments beginning May of 2023 and all subsequent taxes. We will provide you with an up-to-date title commitment showing good and marketable title to the property. Any closing fee, which is a standard fee charged by the title company, will be split 50-50. The seller will pay the title search and deed preparation, and the buyer will pay for your own title insurance premium. As we've advertised, the real estate is being sold subject to the approval of the seller. We are in communication with our sellers this evening. We'll be speaking with them and have an answer for you following the conclusion of the auction. The successful bidder will be required to sign a standard form real estate purchase agreement. It simply spells out in written form, but I'm going over with you orally at this time. If you care to inspect it, we have it for your inspection. It will be sent to for electronic signature following the conclusion of the auction as we've advertised. There will be, we are requiring a 10% deposit from the successful bidder with the balance due at closing. The down payment may be in the form of cash, cashier's check, personal check, or corporate check. And we can also arrange a wire transfer if it's more convenient, and we can send those wire transfer instructions to the successful bidder. In addition to the high bid, there will be a 5% buyer's premium added to the high bid to determine the contract sales price. You should factor that in. You all should have made your financial arrangements before you bid here this evening. And if for whatever reason you cannot fulfill your contractual obligations to close on the real estate, you will forfeit the deposit that you're making. Folks, the agreement is not contingent upon any financing, and the deposit is non-refundable. General announcements concerning the sale of folks' items and personal and property included. There are none, of course. Easements that are affecting title, just standard utility easements. So talking about a survey, folks, as we've shown here and advertised, if a survey is deemed necessary to establish a new legal description, the cost of the survey will be shared 50-50 between the seller and the buyer. Any combination purchases will receive a perimeter survey only. The surveyor will be determined by the seller. Any acreage adjustments, folks, we've lasered in on these acreages on these tracks. If there is a difference of more than 1 acre, there will be an adjustment based upon the per acre price. Or if there's a difference of less than 1.0 acre or more, there will be adjustments made. We certainly do not anticipate, of course, that being the case given the size of the tracts. As we've advertised, the seller will convey all the minerals that they own. The method of sale, folks, the bidding will remain open until the close of the auction as determined by the auctioneer and our software. The minimum bid increments are at the discretion of the auctioneer, and that will be shown on the software application. Please keep in mind that the purchase agreement you will be signing immediately following the close of the auction will be drawn up based upon the manner in which you bid. For example, if you're the successful bidder on tracks 1 through 5, don't come to us saying that you want tracks 1 and 2 deeded to your son, track 3 deeded to your father, and track 4 and 5 deeded to you. You will be closing on the tract or combination of tracts in which you are the successful bidder in the manner in which you bid at the auction. Coming up on 10 minutes remaining, folks, and you'll start to see as we play this out at the 5-minute time clock, the bidding will automatically refresh, and you'll see that play out here as the bidding continues. Special announcements concerning the sale are a disclaimer and absence of warranties. All information contained in advertising and all related materials are subject to the terms and conditions outlined in the purchase agreement. The property is being sold as is, where is, and no warranty or representation, either expressed or implied, concerning the real estate is made by the seller or William Wilson Auction Realty Incorporated, including, but without limitations to, fitness for a particular use, physical condition, any specific zoning classification, title, location of utilities, assurance of building permits, driveway permits, or water and septic permits. All sketches and dimensions are approximate. Each potential bidder is responsible for conducting his or her own independent inspections, investigations, inquiries, and due diligence concerning the property. Once again, folks, you're buying the real estate as is. As far as the virtual instructions are concerned, folks, as you've seen on the website and read, we've talked to many of you as well about how this process works. As more of our sellers and buyers request the online delivery method, we're bringing you this virtually to bid on this outstanding property in Warrick County. You still bid your price on your schedule. With the virtual bidding, you can still send us a private message from the platform and communicate directly with the auctioneer privately. Or you can always call the phone number 812-682-4000, and someone will be glad to help you. Some important online bidding instructions to keep in mind. William Wilson Auction Realty online only auctions are timed events, and all bidding will close at the specified time. However, auctions also have what we call an auto extend feature, as I mentioned. Any bid placed within the final 5 minutes of the auction results in the auction automatically extending to 5 minutes. The bidding will extend to 5-minute increments from the time the last bid is placed until there are no more bids and the lots sit idle for a full 5 minutes. Therefore, the auction will not close until all bidding parties are satisfied, and no one can be outbid at the last second without having another opportunity to bid again, which is similar to how we've always closed out our live auctions as well. In the event there are technical difficulties related to the server, software, internet, or any other online auction-related technologies, William Wilson Auction Realty reserves the right to extend bidding, continue the bidding, or close the bidding. Either the auction company or the company providing the software shall be held responsible for a missed bid or the failure of the software to function properly for any reason. We've had good success using this software for many of our land auctions. Your bid on this auction indicates both an understanding and an acceptance of the terms of this contractual agreement between yourself and both the seller and the auction company, and you, the bidder, are prepared to purchase the property under the terms and conditions of the auction. Folks, a great buying opportunity in Warrick County tonight. We're at $295,000 at the 7-minute mark, and you'll start to see how this process will unfold for the closing of the auction. 39 acres, mostly all tillable, on a corner. A great opportunity just east of Boonville, folks. Good soils, Markland, Wakeland, Hosmer, highly responsive to moderate cultivation, drainage down the middle. The tract is easily accessed, of course, just right there on the state highway. A lot of frontage to get your grain to the terminals. We've advertised, and you can refer to the maps that are shown on our site to know more about the FSA and soil information if you haven't had a chance to take a look at those yet. But a good quality buying opportunity for the farmland investor here this evening in Warrick County. Not much availability. This one is available right now. We're at $295,000, coming up on the 6-minute mark. Maybe you're looking for a home site. A lot of homes being built in that area, and desirable area of Warrick County, close proximity to Boonville, good building locations right on the highway as well, and you can buy as large of a tract as you'd like, 5, 10, 15, or 20 acres to build your dream home on it as well if you're looking at it for those purposes. But a quality buying opportunity here this evening at $295,000 currently bid on the screen, and you'll start to see how this process will unfold as we hit that 5-minute mark and below. Then it'll refresh. It'll continue to refresh as all the bids come in. So as the 5-minute mark approaches, you'll start to see once again, you'll have the chance to bid, and you'll have plenty of chance to react to any bids that are placed during that 5-minute mark. The current stands at $295,000, 39 acres, just a little over $7,500 per acre on the board, as you can see right there, for good quality Warrick County tillable land. And now's your chance, folks. We're hitting that 5-minute mark. We have one buyer controlling all 5 tracts at $295,000. One buyer controlling the board at $295,000. We're below that 5-minute mark now, and you'll see once the bids do come in, folks, as we anticipate, the bid clock will refresh to 5 minutes each time. So go ahead and make those bids. Don't wait till the last minute, of course. Good buying opportunity here in Warrick County tonight on 39 acres. One buyer controlling all 5 tracks. One buyer controlling all 5 tracks at $295,000. Once again, folks, you'll place those bids, and you can bid on the individual tracks or combinations as well. We've had a couple of interests in buying parts of this farm, maybe half of it. You can do that by clicking on the map 1, 2, 5, or the 3, 4 if you want to buy just parts of it as well. Right now, one bidder is controlling it at $295,000. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here now. Once again, when the bids do come in, folks, the clock will automatically refresh to 5 minutes. We did have an advance of $1,000 to $296. Refresh the clock to 5 minutes, as you'll see. So now that gives the buyers a chance to reset, to react, and bid accordingly. You can bid the increment of $1,000, as they've mentioned to you on the live stream notes there. You can send a private message to us as well, folks, or you can call the phone line. We're here to help you make your buying decision this evening. A good buying opportunity in Warrick County, as I've mentioned as well. We're at $296,000, knocking at the door of $8,000 per acre. A good buying opportunity. $300,000 now on the screen. As you see, that last raise raised $4,000. And you can follow along, and below there you can see the bid history of each bid that's placed. You can bid the increment, certainly. You can bid above the increment as well, especially early on in an auction like this. It's always good to move it along. And we're at $300,000 even at the moment. One bidder still controlling the board on all 5 tracks, all 39 acres. $300,000 is the bid. A lot of activity in land space right now, folks. You've seen the news on the advances in land values in recent years. This farm will only continue to grow in value, especially being on a corner like it is. Good quality soils, definitely room to make it more productive as well, and continue to grow the profitability of the tract. $300,000 is the bid. You don't have to wait till the final seconds and minutes, folks. Once again, the bidding will continue whether the live stream does or not. You can choose to watch the live stream. We just thought we wanted to tell you more about why it was a good idea to buy this farm tonight. And so as you can see, the bids continue to come in. We're at $300,000 now bid collectively on all 5 tracks. 38 bids in total that have come in. Almost $7,700 on the board per acre. Saw the bid clock refresh there. A bid count come in. Was that an even bid there? On a combination, perhaps. It will only take the first bid. So if a combination came in on 1, 2, 5 and then the 3, 4. There was a bid on a different combination that reset the clock. There was a bid on the 1, 2, 5 of 140, and a bid on the 3, 4 of 140,000. So you can see there that refreshed the clock. We're still at $300,000 bid collectively for the entire 39 acres, all 5 tracks. One bidder controlling the board at $300,000 even. If you are interested in bidding on individual tractor or those combinations, it's a good idea to go ahead and raise those bids. Right now there's a $20,000 separation between the first place bids on the entirety and the 2 combination bids of the 1, 2, 5 and the 3, 4. So the 1, 2, 5, and 3, 4, your $20,000 separation between you and the first place bids. Three minutes, coming up on the 3-minute mark now at this point. Once again, watch the bidding play out on the screen. If you have a question or need assistance, you can always let us know, folks, by sending a private message and or giving us a call. But we're right now at $300,000. We'll see who wants to make the next move here on individual tracks or the entirety. We're at $300,000, coming up on the 2.5-minute mark. Once again, once a bid is placed, it does refresh the clock to 5 minutes. 39 acres, folks. I can't say enough about this. I can keep repeating it, I know, but right on the corner, just east of Boonville. I can continue to tell you why that's important and make that investment tonight on this tract of land. It's only going to continue to grow in value. Corner tracts, of course, always desirable for a lot of reasons, but very visible tract, very conducive tract. But we're coming up on there. We just had an raise to $305,000 bid for the entirety. Refresh the clock to 5 minutes. You have a chance to react now. We're 40 bids in on this auction. 40 bids in, knocking at the door of $8,000 per acre on the screen. $305,000 bid collectively on the screen. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. 4 minutes coming up on the screen. $310,000. $41 bids in. $310,000 bid now, still on the entirety. If you want to bid on those individual tracks, there is a separation between the first and second place, as you've seen, but you can raise the bid on those as well. They're each at $140,000, tracking behind our total bid on the per acre basis. $310,000 bid collectively. As you see the progress in Boonville shift eastward, folks, you see the houses that are going up out there. Two schools, obviously protecting farmland is important. This is good farmland, definitely room to improve and make it more productive, but always going to have value because of its location. Good location, high traffic road, and a conduit to progress as it moves eastward. But we're at $310,000 now bid collectively, right knocking at the door of $8,000 on the board for good quality land in Warrick County. And now's your opportunity. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark. 3-minute mark. We'll see who's going to make the next move. You don't want to wait till that last second, folks. Get those bids in. Once we do, it does refresh that clock to 5 minutes. You can bid the increment. As we've seen in this auction, the buyers have gotten along well with bidding above the increment as well to move that bidding up. But we're at $310,000 bid. One buyer controlling all 5 tracts. Went to $311,000. Still one buyer controlling the board. There's several vying for this farm and keeping it together as its entirety, 39 acres. Good quality soils, folks. Drainage, access to drainage, certainly reasons for why you could make this farm even more productive as you move forward. and that's what everyone's looking to do, of course, knowing that in Southwest Indiana that investing in land is a good move. Um, just this week, you probably have seen the news about the professional athletes that are jumping into the farmland space. It's no secret for why, because it's proven investment, a proven return, and you're seeing that play out tonight in Warrick County here with the 39 acres that we have for sale, 312,000. As the bidding continues to climb, wanted to mention again, folks, a lot of activity in the land space right now. Definitely reason for why investing in land, it'll continue to, you always have that availability. You can always do something with it. It's a hard asset, it's a physical asset that you can quantify and control and watch over. And so, yeah, we're coming up on the 4-minute mark now. Still one buyer controlling the board. We'll see who's going to make the next move. Certainly within the market of what we're seeing, land values in Warrick County, folks, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong by continuing to bid on this farm and buying it here this evening, 312,000. Ideally buying it this evening. We're at 315,000 now. There was a $3,000 raise from where we were at. 45 bids in. $315,000, over $8,000 per acre on the screen. Coming up on the 4-minute mark, folks, as that bidding continues to refresh. So once again, if you do make that bid, we'll refresh the clock to 5 minutes, giving everybody the chance to react. Looks like there was a bid that came in on one of the combinations. Yes, the 3-4 3-4 and the 1-2-5 just went to 155,000 each. Not going to get us there. 155 each. You'll see that that's 310,000, I think. So there's a short separation between first and second place. A short separation between first and second place. Folks, I'm going to take a short recess here right now on the live stream. Just going to give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back with you. We're at 3:19 as well. Just be right back with you here just momentarily. Okay, took a short break there. Thanks for your patience. So we're coming up on the 1.5 minute mark. We're at 319,000. One bidder controlling the board. Folks, we have had a chance to talk with the sellers as we had advertised and mentioned earlier. We are selling it subject to their approval. They have confirmed that we are going to be selling the farm this evening if there are no other bids. 319,000 is current bid. We are in an absolute auction mode at this point, folks. The farm will sell this evening. We're at 319,000. And we'll see how it plays out at this point, folks. Don't wait till the last minute. Get those bids in now. We are confirmed sale. We will be moving forward with signing purchase agreements following the conclusion of the auction. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, let's see who wants to make the next move. Once again, folks, there's a short separation between first place and second place. First place and second place. If you're interested in bidding on the individual tracks, we're coming up on the 58 seconds now. Don't wait till the last minute. Get those bids in. Get that announcement out too as well, folks. We just had a bid to 320,000. Refresh the clock to 5 minutes. I think you can clearly see, folks, a lot aggressive bidding for this track this evening. We have over 11 registered bidders for competing for the chance to buy this farm this evening. It will sell this evening, as we've announced, 320,000. If there are no additional bids, the clock will continue, and we will be signing purchase agreements this evening. But aggressive bidding, competitive bidding, and there's a reason for that, because there's just not much available. This is available right now. And you've seen what the land markets have been doing in recent years. A good opportunity right now to buy in Warrick County. Land in this area has traded at and even above in some cases for different tracks where we're at right now. So you're not going to make a bad move this evening, folks. If you buy this 39 acres in Warrick County, a good opportunity, and we're coming up on the 3 minute mark. Once again, folks, we do have a confirmed sale. We will be selling the farm and signing purchase agreements. A little over $8,200 per acre on the screen. One bidder controlling the board. One bidder controlling the board, 320,000. Once again, folks, we'll be glad to assist. If you have a question, you can send us a private message or call the office line here. We want to help you make your decision, give you every opportunity to make your decision to buy this farm this evening. A good opportunity, as we've talked about, just east of Boonville, on a corner, only going to continue to grow in value over the years. Folks, a safe investment, a hard asset with a proven return. And we see that over and over again as we've been doing these auctions and selling land for the last 40 years, and right now there's a lot of activity in the land space. So you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong by buying this farm. We're coming up on the 2 minute mark now. You want to wait till the last minute, folks. Get those bids in. If you're thinking about buying only half of it, there is a short separation between first and second place, as you can see there. Short separation between first and second place. We're at 320,000 bid collectively on the screen. $48 bids in total, as we've offered this auction and talked to many of you over the last 30 days, visited with you at the farms, and talked to you about why this was a good investment this evening in Warrick County. We had an advance of $325,000. A little over $8,300 per acre on the screen. We'll we'll see who wants to make the next move, folks. The system will give you the ability to react to it. The bidding will continue until everybody's done bidding. We're about to, of course, we're about 18 minutes into the auction here, and the bidding will continue to refresh. Once again, folks, we do have a confirmed sale, so bid without reservation. We will be signing purchase agreements this evening. We will be communicating with the high bidder to collect a deposit from you, and we'll be moving forward to a closing. Especially if you're paying cash, folks, we can get this thing, this transaction closed in a reasonable amount of time, and so that you can start actively taking possession of the property and making the investment what you want it to be. $325,000 bid. Be sure to connect with us on our social media channels, folks, as you are engaging with the things that we have coming up. If you're looking for other farms to buy, other real estate to buy, check with us on our social media channels, and by virtue of being involved in this auction, we'll be glad to send you your emails about the upcoming auctions that we have as well, and so that you'll be in the know. We've sold over 10,000 acres in the last few years. And so we really feel like we've got our finger on the pulse of what's happening in the land space. If you've just got a question about something that's going on that you're seeing in the market, or a question about a tract, give us a call. We'd be glad to talk to you about our experience, and we've appraised over $60 million in land in the last couple of years as well, and so we can help you with your needs and what you're needing for your land investments in the region. Coming up on 2 minutes now, and 49 bids in. We're at $325,000. Still just one bidder controlling the board, which makes a lot of sense, folks. A quality 39-acre tract on a corner here that you really can make it what you want. The combination bids of the 125 and the 34 are at $310,000. So if you're interested in advancing one of those two tracks, folks, that would get you. You got to get above $15,000. That would put both of those individuals in on those combinations of the 125 and the 34. Still within the market of what we're seeing. The 125 especially, raising that $15,000 or $16,000 would put you in the winning position above the combination of the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's how the system would work. But $15,000, $16,000 separating first and second place. So keeping that in mind as well. If you're looking maybe only to buy 20 acres this evening, you could jump in on those on the 125 or the 3-4. Coming up on 1 minute now. You want to wait till the last minute, get those final bids in, as we say. 327. 327,000. The 50th bid. As we come up on the 20th minute of the auction, 22nd minute of the auction. Once again, folks, we appreciate your diligence on behalf of the ownership, R&E Financial and their owners. We want to give you every shot to make your decision here this evening as you're considering this investment in this 39 acres. You're looking to maybe come and join us at one of our upcoming monthly markets at the Auction Center in New Harmony. February the 11th is our next big market, and we'd love to see you there as well. We've got a lot of our land sales posted up on the walls of our auction buildings, and so you can interact with that. We've got some really unique woodworking equipment and other items that are coming up as well at our big monthly market at the Auction Center in New Harmony. We've been doing that for 35 years. We've also been selling a lot of land lately, and more land opportunities coming up that we're seeing. But tonight is the night for this one in Warrick County, and you don't want to wait to get those final bids in here. We have one bidder controlling the board at 327. That makes the $8,300 on the board. $8,300 per acre. Got to give props to our production crew, Hobart Scales and Ben Smith and Liz Bays, who are working behind the cameras this evening, putting this auction together. As we close it out, a lot of work that has to be done before we get to this moment, and a lot of work that has to be done after we get here. But I get to be in front of these cameras and talk to you about why buying this farm is a good idea. So 2 minutes, coming up on the 2-minute mark now. One bidder still controlling the board. Let's see who's going to make that next move, as we all are. I want to thank you for your bidding cooperation again, folks, as we start to close this one out. The bidding will continue as well. We're at $327,000. If any bids are placed, that clock will continue to refresh until you're all done bidding. Come up on the 1.5 minute mark now. 50 bids in. Coming up on just shy of 30 minutes of closing this auction out this evening. We'll see who's going to make that next move. Folks, don't wait till that last minute. Go ahead and get that bid in now. If you're still continuing to bid, you can bid above the increment. Good quality, productive farmland in Warrick County. Here's your chance. Coming up on 1 minute remaining. We'll see who's going to make that next move. We have 11 of you watching and competing for the ability to own this farm. We are confirmed sale at this point, folks, so we will be signing purchase agreements as we've announced. $327,000 bid. We're under a minute. Are there going to be any additional bids coming in? Coming up on 30 seconds. We'll see if anybody's going to make a move here in the final seconds. On behalf of R&E Financial and its owners, folks, I want to thank you for your bidding cooperation here this evening. It's been a privilege to represent this farm for the owners. No additional bids come in the next few seconds, folks. This will be a confirmed sale as we've announced. $332,000, a $5,000 raise, a $5,000 raise. I think you're seeing why the aggressive bidding for these tracts, folks, because it's on a corner, because it's just a few miles east of Boonville. It is a conduit for the progress that's happening in that area of Warrick County. It will only continue to grow in value, and so that's why you're seeing the aggressive bidding as you are this evening, and rightfully so. It's still within the market, still a good buy, still something that you should consider as we close this one out. We'll continue to let the bidding play out until you're done. We do have a confirmed sale that we will be selling it. I'm going to step off of the live stream again for just a moment here and let you all think about those next moves, and then I'll be back with you here in just a couple of minutes. All right, folks, coming up on the 1 minute mark here. Once again, the bidding will continue as long as you need to make your decisions. But 53 bids in, about a half an hour in to closing out this auction. We appreciate all your diligence once again on behalf of the owners. A nice quality buying opportunity in Warrick County this evening, as you can see, as I've talked about more than once. I know you've heard me say it, but this is a good opportunity because of its location especially. And if there's no additional bids, folks, the bidding will close. We do have a confirmed sale. We'll be signing purchase agreements this evening on behalf of the owners. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining. We'll see if somebody makes a final move here. Makes another move here in the final seconds. $333,000. One more bid came in, folks. 85.38 per acre. You know, I know I keep repeating this over and over again, but I think that the bidding is indicative of what we're talking about this evening, given the location of this property on a corner, two major state highways, just a few miles east of Boonville, and it will always be an important tract of land. Certainly has great qualities and characteristics as farmland, tillable cropland, and that's indicative of what's happening, what you're seeing here on the screen as well. But given its location, I can't say that more enough, but that's what you're seeing play out on the screen here this evening. So once again, the bids will continue as long as you want to make those decisions, folks. We'll continue to be here. The bidding platform will allow you to bid. Again, this virtual delivery has worked well for a lot of our buyers and sellers. You can bid from your place, but still on your terms, and buy the farms that you want to buy, and from the comfort of your own home. Definitely something that we're proud to bring it to you this way. Using this platform and this delivery method so that you can make those decisions. We are at $333,000. $333,000 bid on all 5 tracts. One bidder controlling the board. We know that you've all been making those plans and crunching the numbers. So this bidding system will allow you that flexibility given the extensions as well. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes remaining on this last countdown clock. Said that wrong, not the last countdown clock, this current countdown clock. $333,000 on the board. That's a little over $8,500 per acre on the screen. Certainly still within the market on this farm, folks. You see what land is trading for in and around the area and around the region. There's still reason for why this farm is well within the market. You can't go wrong by bidding more and continuing to improve this investment. It will only grow in value. Certainly just a little shy of $9,000 per acre already, but from what we're seeing in the marketplace, can't go wrong as you continue to bid on the farm. One bidder controlling the board. 54 bids in, $333,000. We'll see if someone's going to make a move here in the last minute again. Improvements have been made on this farm, as you have probably seen in your inspections as well. So it's already well on its way as well to becoming even more productive. We're now sub 1 minute. sub 1 minute here. Let's see if somebody's going to make a move on this current countdown clock as we close out this auction once again, folks. Just a little bit over 30 minutes into the closing of this auction. We appreciate everybody's diligence on behalf of the ownership once again. One bidder controlling the board, $333,000. Let's see if a move comes in here in the last few seconds. We'll see if somebody's going to make that move here in the last few seconds, folks. Once again, thanks for your cooperation this evening on bidding on this farm. There's no further bids. The bids will stand. As you see on the screen, the countdown clock will remain. The bidding has closed, folks. We've sold the farm at $333,000 plus the buyer's premium. That puts us up close to $9,000 per acre, certainly $9,000 per tillable acre. One bidder controlling the board, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We appreciate your bidding cooperation on behalf of the ownership, R&E Financial. Folks, we will be signing purchase agreements. Be sure to watch our website, wilsonauctions.com, for upcoming land auctions in your area. And we appreciate it very much. Have a good evening.